Howdy y'all, this is part 2 of my Bastrop video. So I recently started doing some research on Bastrop because I have a new listing there and I wanted to learn as much as I could so I could get educated on this really cute little town. I've always heard how Bastrop is growing and how there's so much stuff to do there, but I really had no idea how absolutely adorable and inviting the entire city is. This is exactly the type of place where people go to have a more laid-back lifestyle while having the benefits of country living, while also still having so much stuff happening throughout the entire town. I had originally intended to do one video about Bastrop, but the entire town is so magical and so cute and actually really special that I decided to do 2 videos instead. In my last video, I covered info about the city, a bit about the town's history, some cool spots to visit, and I told you about the vibe of Bastrop. Today, I'm gonna keep sharing some awesome spots to visit, some amazing outdoor activities you could do, and then we're gonna go over some home styles you can expect to find there. So are you ready? I'm super excited. I really wanna share with you how special Bastrop really is. Let's go. Hey guys, I'm Daphne Quay, your boss lady realtor here in Austin, Texas. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home in the Austin area, contact me. My contact information is in the description below. You can also set up a direct video chat with me. Just follow the link in the description below. So with that, let's begin. The last video that I did about Bastrop, I ended it by sharing about the 1832 farmers market located just outside of the downtown area. Something that I mentioned in my previous video about the farmers market is that it really looks like a farmers market that you would expect to see in like a rom-com. It looks completely staged and it looks, I would say, kind of cinematic too. It doesn't look real. I've seen so many farmers markets throughout Texas, and this was legit a little farmer's market with a really cute setup. It looked like a little old barn. I 100% recommend that you go to the Bastrop Farmers Market. It has a very unique feel, and then you can go do stuff before or afterwards if you want. It's right by the downtown, so you can go grab lunch or you can go grab coffee. You can just go walk around and sightsee, get some cute photos at these really cute restored historical buildings. I would give this place definitely 10 out of 10. I have to admit, I had low expectations because the farmers markets that I've seen in Texas have been very like, okay. This place was outstanding, and just the fact that everybody was so outrageously friendly and helpful was definitely the icing on the cake. So since we're talking about community and people being chatty, let me jump down to the ColoVista Golf Club, which is a golf course located, of course, in Bastrop. ColoVista Golf Club also is such a vibe. I was not expecting much because, to begin with, I'm not a golfer, so I don't know golf culture, but we went in again with a camera and a gimbal and everybody wanted to talk to us. The day that we went, there was another fundraiser. I want to say it was for a children's cancer charity. So there were a ton of golfers everywhere and they were all raising money to support this charity. And not only is it just a really nice golf course with absolutely beautiful views, and they're constantly giving back to the community, which I think is huge and also seems to be right on brand for Bastrop, just experiencing all the people that we did that were so willing to talk and were encouraging us to take part of their community. So the fellow we were talking to, his name was Bush, and as we were wrapping up our conversation, he's like, do you want to meet the owners? And we're like, okay. And then he connected us with the management, and the management asked if we wanted to take a golf cart and drive around the golf course. And I've never driven a golf cart before, or honestly been on a golf course, like physically inside of one. So we said yes. We said yes. We got our little key to turn on the golf cart. We got in there and then just kind of putted around very slowly because I didn't realize how slow these golf carts were. But we putted around for a good 25 minutes and we saw some really beautiful scenery and saw lots of people golfing, and it was a really cool experience. Bastrop is also known for having some really wonderful outdoor activities and really scenic views. One really popular place is the Bastrop State Park. So we went in and there was an event going on, so we couldn't actually go in all the way to the park, but we did get to walk around a little bit. So here's some footage of me frolicking around. So we didn't get to go like actually physically in it all the way. We went in for a little bit because there was an event, but it's a really popular space. It's a really popular location. Bastrop State Park is 2,054 acres of land that people can use to walk around and go on hikes. I believe they have some bodies of water there, and there's just like lots of really good It's just really great space if you love outdoor activities. Another spot that you might really like if you like outdoor activities and water is Lake Bastrop. Lake Bastrop is really cool. When you drive in, there's like a greeting the community center space. We went early, so it wasn't technically open yet. There wasn't anybody there, but they've got maps of the entire park. They've got information. They've got a little shop that you want if you want to go in and buy some stuff. We got to go in and go to one of the docks or one of the access points to the lake while we were there, and it was super beautiful. Once again, while we were there were a bunch of people loading and unloading their boats, and everyone, of course, was super friendly. Everyone said good morning, and they wanted to see what we were up to, and we're like, wow, we're shooting a YouTube video. It was a really nice experience, and the vibe was peaceful, and people were super friendly. One of the things that I decided to dive into some more before we went to Bastrop was Elon Musk's Boring Company and Snailbrook, and that whole entire, I think, community that he's building out there. So we went over to check it out, and it also looked like it was from a movie, almost like kind of like the Truman Show, and I mean that like in a good way. So Snailbrook is a new planned community being built by Elon Musk for his Tesla, SpaceX, and Boring Company employees. People are speculating that Elon is building mini communities for these people to live in, or I guess the more common term is like company towns. So the big white rectangular building that you see here is the SpaceX building. So the SpaceX building, this white and black rectangular structure that we see here that does look a little bit like it's from outer space, is 500,000 square feet. Right across the street is the Boring Company warehouse building. Apparently there are already some employees that are living there. The site offers modular homes, a pool, tennis area, and a gym. Based on the construction plans, it is implied that there will be a total of 110 homes once the project is complete. And I've also heard that Musk wants to convert one of the homes into a Montessori school. What do you think? Would you send your little one to an Elon Musk Montessori school? Huge risk, could be a huge payoff, or it might be a total mess. Who knows? So after all this big hoopla, if you're thinking that Bastrop might be a good fit for you and your lifestyle, you probably want to know about the type of home you can expect to find there. So here we go. This portion of the video could be very time consuming, and we've talked about so many other things going on in Bastrop. I'm going to try to keep everything pretty basic and to the point. If you want me to do a more, I would say, detailed video and more specific video about the style of homes that you can find in Bastrop, leave a comment. If I get enough comments about that, I'm more than happy to go do that. Let's go. As far as the general style of home that you can find in Bastrop, there is a really huge, wide range. In doing some research, I found that you can get some really beautiful historic homes right in the middle of downtown Bastrop that are anywhere from about 3,000 to like 3,500 square feet. That's really big for an old home. And that's probably going to be around like the 1.2, 1.4 million range, more or less. And that's something that's been really beautifully taken care of and 100% ready to live in. You can also find communities that are catered more towards like a starter home, where you can find kind of like a mass-produced community where you can find a little house that was built within the last decade for about $350,000. You can also get a true Texas type estate home for literally under $1 million. You can find a home sitting on acreage that has more of a historical feel to it, or something that's newer, more of this like modern barn house look that's super trendy right now. I think Bastrop is 100% the type of place where you can find a true Texas style home. So that's what we're going to focus on for this portion of the video. So many of the people that I work with want a home that is a true representation of what Texas has to offer. Lots of land, lots of space, and a little bit of southern charm. You can actually get a beautiful, spacious home on acreage for under $1 million in Bastrop. Here are some examples just on a high level. Of course, I'm going to plug my listing. It's a home that one of my clients is selling. This home is absolutely beautiful, and it's such an excellent representation of country living while still having a little bit of modern flair to it. This home was actually built in 2023. It's just over 2,600 square feet, but it feels a lot more spacious. It's got 4 bedrooms, and the second story has this like loft space with its own full bathroom. It also has a closet. It's also got views facing west overlooking the hill country, so you can see how beautiful the sunsets really are over there. This home does have some custom touches since my clients built it themselves. They've got these really beautiful wood beams in the living room. They've got this gigantic gigantic stone patio in the back that's really good for so many different things. Like they've got like outdoor dining sets set up out there. So even though there's this gigantic, awesome patio in the back, there's still a ton of room left over for you to install a really big pool. And even then there would still be a ton of room for you to install another garage or a workshop or a guest house, etc. There's a lot of options, and the restrictions there are pretty loose. The neighbors directly next door to my client's home have horses, so you could do a lot there. There's another home that I found that has kind of a similar style to my client's home. It's also an excellent representation of what you can expect to find in Bastrop, 405 Woodlands Drive. This home is located just on the west side of Bastrop, and it sits on over 6.5 acres of land. The home is a little bit smaller. It's 1,864 square feet, but it has 4 bedrooms, and it was recently built in 2021. As you can see through the photos, it also has that barn house style that so many people love right now. So the asking price for this new-ish home on 6.5 acres is $875,000. I know we said we'd be looking at homes under $1 million, and this one is listed at $1,275,000, but it literally has everything you could possibly want in one property. This particular home is located just northeast of Lake Bastrop. It sits on 4.3 acres of land, and it just has so much to offer. There is a 3-car garage, a massive patio in the back, there's a pool, there's a guest house slash pool house. There's a playscape, fire pit, so much land, so much more. Just check out the photos. If this exact home were to be in Austin proper, it would easily be in the 2 to 2.5 million range. Granted, we're not really comparing apples to apples, but I feel like this is a really clear message that you can get a really wonderful home in Bastrop while still having a lot of wonderful community amenities. And if you want to go to Austin, it's about 45 minutes to an hour away. And yes, I know that's more of a day trip type of drive, but the option is there. Through the research I've done on Bastrop and through all the videos we've been doing and working on in the city of Bastrop, I've personally really come to love this city. I think it has so much character and so much culture and so much art and so much stuff to do. And what really makes it so special is that the people are so willing to build community. They're willing to talk. They welcome newcomers. I think it's a town that offers so much opportunity with just so many really wonderful things going on. So that is it. That is now all I have to say about Bastrop, you guys. If you guys have questions or if you have ideas for other Texas towns we should be featuring, or maybe other communities in Bastrop proper, leave a comment. Like I said, if I get enough comments, I will listen. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Daphne Quay, your boss lady realtor. Till next time, bye!